say things are going poorly would be a bit of an understatement at the moment. Things are looking pretty bloody grim. My two best fly rods, my Airflow Bandit and my Riverworks SPS, both are broken. I shattered the second section of the Bandit last weekend. Carbon fibre or graphite or whatever hell it's made of is well and truly shattered at the slip joint, and there's no way I'm going to get a spare part in time. My Riverworks SPS, it's Takatu. I snapped the tip section earlier on in the year and can't get any spare parts for that. They don't make that rod anymore. I'm heading down the west coast tomorrow on the first sailing across the South Island. So desperate times call for desperate measures, and I've got this blast from the past. Abu Garcia Flymaster IM6. This thing's a 2-piece 8-weight. I normally fish a 5. This 8-weight feels like throwing a piece of bloody rebar around. I took it down the river a couple of weeks ago just for a bit of practice to see if I still remember how to cast something that big. It's a monster. Almost feels like using a bloody surf caster. But I'm going to be fishing big water down the coast. We're heading to a couple of lakes in South Westland and we'll be fishing streamers for browns. Hopefully I don't snap this thing, because after this I've got one rod left and I really don't want to have to use that one. Anywho, we'll catch us when we get to South Island. From Black Creek, and we've finally made it to the South Island, fishing in Golden Bay today. Beautiful weather. Hopefully we can pick something up. Took the kids salmon fishing today up at the Anatoki Salmon Farm, and they picked up one each, but I'm after something a little bit more wild, so we've come down to the local river. We're going to throw the big 8-weight around. I got some nymphs on. I'm using a sinking line, so nymphs on a sinking line. Don't know how that'll work out, but we're going to give it a crack, see what happens. I've come down the mouth of the river to throw the bloody lure around for some sea run trout, but she's all pretty bloody quiet at the moment. Last time I was fishing down here it was whitebait season. I had the whitebait net rigged up. There wasn't a hell of a lot going on, and I saw this bloody trout swim across my whitebait spotter, and it must have been about 10 or 15 pound, because it was as long as a sheet of corrugated iron is wide. It was a bloody monster. Didn't catch any whitebait, and it didn't catch any trout that day either. But the tide's still coming in, so there's a pretty good chance there'd be something floating around in here. Maybe even a bloody carwai or something like that. So we'll keep persevering. Sooner or later something will happen, and we'll either catch fish or we'll go home empty-handed. Either way, it's a bloody nice evening. Black Creek. We've made it to South Westland. Absolutely cracking day up here at the lake. We're throwing around a few streamers, something that I don't normally do. Normally throw a few nymphs and a few dries and that, but streamers is something new. A good mate gave me some flies to try out. Old Salmonoid Ninja, cheers mate. They don't look too bloody bad actually. It's some sort of bead-headed, rubber-legged minnow imitation. Sort of like the disco streamer, I suppose. We'll fire that out there and see what damage it can do. I woke this morning to the sound of a few tuies. Hopefully we can pick up some bloody fish. Had no luck in Golden Bay. Had a beautiful evening down on the river. But no, just couldn't seal the deal with those big sea run browns, so we'll see if South Westland bodes any better for us. Should do. It's a bloody good spot. Bloody good spot. Pumping straight in onto the beach. Now I'm not getting the range I want with my cast. I'm trying to cast on an angle to the beach so my back cast isn't going up into that scrub. Not really working as well as I wanted, so I'll throw in a Rapala and fish our way back to the batch. Bloody perch. Dirty little bastard. Scourge of the lake. Now this ugly little who is a red fin perch, I'm pretty sure. Coarse fish. Bit of a pest. Don't really like them. You might be able to eat them. I don't know if you can eat them. I'm not going to eat them. I shall dispatch. One thing I did learn from spending a lot of time fishing Canterbury lakes is that on the downwind side of the lake, quite often you'll get a lot of food will blow in. So you get trout hanging on the close to the shoreline, getting anything that's pushed into the lake or blown into the lake will come in. Normally though, that's in the summertime. Currently fishing the winter season. And there's not that many bloody insects around. Well, we're on the board. Day 2, early start down to the lake. And we've just picked up, oh, settle down fella, settle down. A tiny little bloody rainbow. On a Mrs. Simpson. First trout for the trip. Yesterday we picked up some bloody ugly redfin. And we've got a nice little, when I say nice little, we've got a tiny little bloody rainbow trout about half a pound. So we'll get this fella back in the water and see if we can pick up his big brother. Just a little fella. The smallest rainbow trout in the lake. Well, day 2 of the South Westland trip. So far, picked up a redfin and a little bloody rainbow trout. None of the big browns I'm after, but I've thrown on this fella. We've gone from a big Mr. Simpson, which we had a bit of luck on before. I've thrown on a small Mr. Simpson just to see if I can entice something just a little bit more sensible out of the depths. The little rainbows tend to smash anything that moves, and the browns, I found them to be slightly more discerning in their taste. The sun's starting to peek over the hill. I saw something jumping before, but it was just a little fella. Don't know if it was getting chased or if it was chasing smelt or something like that, but it's going to be a cracking day regardless of what happens. There is more to fishing than just hooking fish, yes, but hooking fish is preferable. I was expecting the lake to be about as cold as a witch's tit, but it's actually quite warm. Significantly warmer than most of the rivers that I fish up in the North Island this time of year, which leave one's limbs numb in a matter of seconds. You know, I wouldn't say I'm about to nude up and go for a swim out there in a hurry, but you could swim out there. It's not actually too bad. So what I'm looking for is a weed bed. Normally in a lake, your trout will park up along the edge of a weed bed, pick off the nymphs and small fish that sort of either hatch from there or seek shelter in there. I reckon if I can find one, I'll throw this little Mrs. Simpson along the edge of it, we might be able to entice something to come out and smash it. Now this is looking better over this way. It's almost spottable. I may even be able to see a fish cruising. Day 3 of the trip, she's all over, fishing rods are packed up, got a long haul to get back to Picton to catch the ferry. The weather down here has been awesome, South Westland's turned it on for us. Unfortunately, the fishing not so much. Finished up with a rainbow trout and a little redfin. Hey, some fish is better than none, I suppose. Anywho, I'll leave you with this stunning view, and I'm going to hit the road. Cheers for your subscriptions and views. Hopefully we'll get another video out to you soon. Cheers.